Good afternoon, Hillcrest family. Welcome to another edition of our HCC at-home virtual series, golf education portion. Coming to you live from our North Range down here adjacent to number one's green and also number two's fairway. Down here today, as of right now, this area is closed. We're not allowed to take balls down here, but I'm just down here just for today's demonstration. A little more secluded, a little more intimate. Good place for us to do this range video with you today. As always, guys, anytime you're watching this, if you have any questions, any comments, anything you want to bring up to our attention, shoot us an email, give us a call in the shop. I know most of you won't be viewing this live as it happens. If you are and you do have those questions, shoot them over there in the comment section. We'll be able to get to them today. If not, email, text, see us in person. Let us know what you think about the videos. So today's video, we are going to go through a practice session, my practice session, and how to operate on a range productively, get the most out of your range session, and how to treat it like it's out there on the course, and how we can get better from just being out here on the range instead of having to go play golf every single time. Down here is, I call it my therapy chair. I come to the range to clear my head, to do some practice, to get better. I hardly ever go on the golf course to get better at golf. That's where you take your newfound talents and skills. And yes, I know one of the biggest things, one of the biggest advantages to be on the golf course is you're learning how to score. But to learn how to score, you have to be able to score. And to be able to score, you got to be able to put in the work down here on the range. So on the golf course is the best for learning how to score. That's the only thing I'm going to say is good for, not the only thing, but the main thing it's good for to practice. Also good at practicing your mental game out there and whatnot. But as far as the ins and outs of your golf swing and your golf game, and in a whole under the same umbrella, I would say the range is where we need to be at to improve and make improvements 90% of the time. So before I even get to the range, I'm out here with a training aid, aka orange whip is what we call it. We have, I think, exposed this to a lot of members here at Hillcrest. Mark exposed me to it. He uses it in almost every single one of his teachings. So does Brett, and I also use them in a lot of my teachings as well. But not just teaching, we practice what we teach, okay? We have all these in our bag as well. We don't just bring these out to you guys and say, hey, use them, look at all the advantages, and then just not do it ourselves. Everything we condone and endorse, we're also using to improve our game as well. So I'm going to spend about, I would say, 3 to 5 minutes, anywhere in there. Just depends where my body's feeling, and I'll gauge it, just how my back's feeling, how loose I feel. And I'll spend about 3 to 5 minutes using this orange whip. At first, I start off really slow. I bring it back with my chest. I kind of wait. I feel those pops, those cricks, those ga, ga, ga. I get all those out. Swing through, okay? My very first orange whip swings are very, very slow and under control. I'm not trying to swing really hard these first ones. I'm going to work my way up. I'm kind of going to gain momentum. You know those rides at the fair? Kind of start off slow and faster and faster and faster. We're not going to get too fast, but it's kind of how we work up with our orange whip. I'm going to start off slow like I've been showing you with these slow swings and kind of get that body moving, get it loose, get any sore muscles jumping out at you, get any pops need to be had out, and just work on that slow tempo. I'm not even thinking swing here. I'm thinking nothing about my swing at all besides just getting loose right now and letting that orange whip kind of take over and propel me through my golf swing. And like I said, we're going to keep getting faster with the swing. I'm going to keep swinging more. The more I'm swinging, then I'm going to start working on what this orange whip is used for. I'm working on my lag. I'm working on my hands not casting early and creating that with this orange whip. I'm working on keeping that hinge at the very top. I'm now hinged. I'm working on throwing that ball right at the ball on the ground and let my body swing it through. I'm working at just gradually getting that speed up and up and up. And sooner or later, I'll be swinging pretty hard with it. That last one was pretty quick. But I'm there, and and I'm working my way up, and I've built myself up to that swing speed. Because if I just started jumping in right to full swings, I'm going to be sore, I'm going to be tired, I'm going to be hurting. Work our way up and slowly, gradually get that golf swing to start forming in your mind. We'll do one more good one. Oh, okay, last one was pretty hard. All right, so after I'm done swinging, I also usually do some stretches. I won't do stretches with you right now. Travis has taken over a great load of the golf stretches for you guys, and Brett also did a video on some golf stretches. So I won't sit here and do them all for you right now, but I will tell you that I do stretches on top of my orange whip. I do them before my orange whip, so I'm kind of going out of order right now. So I'll do anywhere between 3 to 4 stretches, 8 to 10 times before I actually go out there and play. Like I said, before my orange whip, I'm doing those stretches. So, if we add up those times before we even touch a golf club, I would say I've been on the range 10, 15 minutes. I know this kind of seems crazy to some of you guys. Well, what are you doing on the range for that long? You haven't even touched a golf ball yet. I take up my range sessions very seriously. I don't go out here just to bang balls, and then leave and not get any better. I want to spend each range session in my therapy chair and get better, get a more level head, see things clearer, more clear. Oh, clearly is not a word. See things more clear. And so that's 10 to 15 minutes without even touching the golf club. I know most of you guys won't go that long without it, but I hope at least some of you will kind of take this into consideration and not go to the range, grab your 7-iron, and just start hitting. You're going to work your body into it and work your mind into it, okay? So as you see here, I've also brought me some alignment sticks. I have one right here that's going down my line to my target. I don't think I can remember a time where I've hit golf balls in the last, I'd say, 2-3 years where I haven't hit golf balls using an alignment stick on a serious range session. I've hit golf balls with a member doing a lesson. But if it's my range session and my time, in the last 2-3 years, I have not used a alignment stick to help me. These are crucial. These get your feet lined up where we're going and make sure that the target I think I'm aiming at is what I'm actually aiming at the whole entire time. I'm not just going out there and hitting range balls to a massive range, not caring where they land. I want to pick out a target and try and hit that target. So I'm not going to use the second one for right now. All I'm going to use is this first one. And it's going down my line. And it's going towards this first blue flag. I'm not sure if you guys can see that very well. So I'm going to spend my first few minutes on the range. I would say 10 to 15 shots. I'm going to hit half shot wedge shots, okay? I'm not going to – I haven't even gotten full swing yet. I'm going to hit half shot wedge shots. I use a 56, anywhere in the 54, 56 range. Just for the first ones, just hit them smooth, get that tempo going, get that body working, get used to hitting that golf ball, and also at the same time having a target picked out that I'm going to, okay? Wow, okay, so first shot of the day, I've warmed up, I've stretched, I saw my orange whip, so I'm not swinging just totally new and fresh. That first shot was 5 yards right out of the blue pin, great distance. So that's all I'm looking for. I'm looking for good distance, good contact, and good alignment, good aim. And I achieved all three in that first one, and that's all I'm trying to achieve each of these 3 shots. Okay, I'm not caring about how far these go. Obviously, because it's a wedge shot and it's a half shot. But I'm just checking to make sure. I want to check all 3 of those boxes. Okay, alignment was good. Boom. Contact was good. Boom. And also, for the last one, tempo was good. Boom. So we're going to do the same thing one more time. We're going to go to this first one. Oop.
Well, see, you can't help us. We can help each other, huh?
That one, good alignment, good aim, bad contact, got quick, got bad tempo, and I bladed it. So, next one, I'm thinking, Kate, you got too fast on that downswing. We didn't let that tempo work. And I'm learning from each of those shots. I'm not just hitting a bad shot and just wiping it from my memory. I know we always say a lot in golf, we want to have short-term memory loss, but I want to learn from my mistakes. I want to be able to self-assess. So I hit a bad chip. I'm not just going to walk up to the next ball and expect to just magically do something different and not make any adjustments. I'm going to work on my tempo this one and think, slow it down, Cade. I'm going to work on my downswing. I don't get too quick. And hopefully we see a more positive shot and not the little blade we just had there. Much better. Much better. So a little right. Great contact. Good tempo. Alignment. So I'm happy with those shots. And like I said, guys, I'm doing these probably 15 to 20 shots. And I'm just getting that rhythm going, okay? Getting that rhythm going. I'm setting myself up for a great range session. So we're going to do one more to that front pin. Good. Good distance, good contact, good rhythm. I like that golf shot a lot. So after I've hit about 10 to 15, I'm going to work up to one of my wedges, either gap wedge or pitching wedge. I'm going to choose pitching wedge this time, okay? So I got my pitching wedge in hand. I usually alternate. So if I'm going to pitching wedge, I'm going to go 8 next, then 6, then 4, then 3 wood. Or something like that. I don't like to go all clubs. I like to hit the same clubs. Whichever club I alternate to, this one I will then switch. So if I'm going to go pitching wedge and then 8, my next range sesh I'm going to go gap wedge, then 9, and then 7, then 5, and so forth. But if there's a club I feel like I need to hit, then I'm obviously going to hit that club and work on it with that club. But if I'm just going to a range sesh, I don't need to work on something in particular. I just want to get some swings in. I'm going to alternate, make sure I don't spend too much time and use every club, but I'm not skipping too many of the clubs and going pitching wedge to 6 iron, say. So right here's a pitching wedge. I'm going to keep my same target on line. So I'm going to have this blue flag because right behind this blue flag is a white flag. So I'm actually going to keep the same line, but just make sure it hasn't been moved. Okay, great. So I'm going to keep that same line for this next shot. I'm going to move this lineman stick as I move up based on my target, but for this next one, I'm going to keep the same target. One thing I also want to touch on as well, guys, is I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and bring it as close as I can. But if you see my divots there, can you guys see my divots there? Perfect. So if you see it there, there's not sporadic. It's close together. It's almost one big divot. That's how we want you guys look like on the ranges when you have your own practice session. We don't want those sporadic divots all over and taking up grass and wasting grass. We want to have our balls or have our divots be right next to our side by side. So whether you're a width divot, you like to go to the side and go work left or right, great. If you like doing the long divots going front to back, great. As long as those divots remain on the edge of your main divot, your next shot's always coming from the edge, either side to side, front to back. That's the biggest key. It's going to save the most grass, and it's going to be a lot better range for you guys to play on all summer long when we have these compiled divots and we're not seeing somebody's range space take up a whole 4x4 foot area. They're taking up a skinny area or a longer area, but then we can move front to back to that. So please be aware of your divots, guys. This is not just, we're not just telling you for us, we're telling you for you guys. This is going to be the best way for you to get hit on the best grass all summer long. So practice good range habits, please. And let's keep those divots nice and tight to each other. So like I was saying, we have that pitching wedge down that line. With that pitching wedge, we're going to do a quick recap of my thoughts. So I'm going to make sure that ball is just in the middle of the stance. Those hands will be on my left thigh, using that my benchmark. And my shoulders and feet are going down my alignment stick line. I'll make sure I have all that stuff ready to go, and I'm working and I'm aware of all those little intricacies of the golf swing. But then when I hit, I want to make sure I'm nice and focused, and I'm not thinking too much during the swing. But that pre-thought routine is massive. And with a pre-thought routine, I'm thinking practice swing, and I'm thinking consistency, okay? So I know with the wedges, I didn't do a practice swing. Those are half shots. I usually don't do practice swings before those. But for all my other clubs, I'm going to spend at least one shot doing a practice swing and trying to emulate the swing I'm trying to make. If I'm trying to hit a 3/4 punch shot, I'm not going to go up there and make a full practice swing. I'm going to try and make the swing that I would make to hit that shot I'm trying to hit. But with this shot, I'm just trying to hit a straight shot in the air at a good height. So I'm going to just swing a normal practice swing, but I'm going to use that to think about my hands, my feet, my weight, and get that all out in the pre-swing. And then I know if I got quick, it's like, oh, that was fast. Or if I miss the ground and brush the grass, it's like, okay, you didn't stay down. Or if there's something I felt wrong, I can feel that in a practice swing. And that's why they're so key, to where you're able to use that practice swing and make any kind of fixes before you hit your actual shot. And also, that's where you do your thinking at. I don't want you over the golf ball thinking too much and thinking, oh, where's this going? Where's that going? I just want 1 to 2 swing thoughts. But then prior to that, that's where the thinking should take place on your weight, your hands, your club head, your ball position, your actual head, length of swing, all that stuff. However much you can take in for your practice swing, get that out during that. And then once you step to the golf ball, 1 to 2 thoughts, major thoughts, that's going to help you make a great swing here. So I got 2 swing thoughts in my head. My 2 swing thoughts are chest takes back. Okay. So my first swing thought is chest takes back. And my last swing thought is something I have for my swings. I hit the ball high. I hit the ball really high, so I don't create enough shaft lean at impact. I kind of release a tad early. So my last swing thought for my downswing is drive this butt of the club and let your body unwind your hands for you. So I'm thinking chest take back, body unwind hands. Okay, so that is my swing thought right now. Just over the blue flag. Feet looks good. Shoulders feel good. Hands forward, weights forward. You guys probably couldn't see that, but a little bit of a top left. So not a great shot at all. Not a good shot. But I know I got fast. I got fast on the downswing, and I didn't separate. I came over the cross with my hands, and that led to, or me being fast led to that happening. So a compilation of 2 things is because of the one major thing, and that was because of me getting too quick. I'm on the range. I don't have anyone to impress out here. I'm not trying to hit it 300 yards for a long drive contest. I don't need to be swinging that fast. So that's where I'm thinking in my head, okay, practice swing, make sure I swing slower, and make sure that separation happens and my chest starts opening and my hands fall down. So let's see if I can't swing a little slower. I think that first one was just a little bit of nerves, trying to show off for you guys. So this next one, I got the same thought processes, same swing thoughts. Let's see if I can't hit a better shot for you guys. Okay, much better. Right over my line, right where I was looking. Great height, great contact. So, a simple cage, slow it down, and be able to self-assess led to a great next shot that I'm going to hopefully build off of and keep building off of. I'm getting a rhythm here soon to where it's just kind of not automatic, but it's just kind of you know how you're swinging and you're used to it, and you kind of get in the groove. You get in that rhythm, you get that nice pace. And that's all we're trying to do in the range, is just find that swing and just get there and keep that swing and get that nice rhythm. So we'll hit one more for you guys. Hopefully I can go 2 for 3. And as you see, I'm on the side of my divot. I'm still using this main divot to go around. I'm not sitting out here because it has the best grass. I'm being conscientious of others and being respectful of their range practices too, and not making one big mess of my range balls. So we'll do one more. Same swing thoughts. And that might be the best one. Much better tempo. Great contact. I like that one. So I'm going to hit about 10 to 15 balls of these again. I usually hit about 10 to 15, maybe 20 max. So we'll say 10 to 20. 10 to 20 with all of these clubs going up, okay? all these clubs going up. I'm hitting 10 or 20 shots. I'm taking my time with each of these shots. I'm thinking about it. I'm having a practice swing. I'm slowing down. So my range session could start stacking up here, because if I spend 10 minutes on getting loose with my orange whip, my stretches, we'll just go max 10 minutes on that. 20 minutes on pitching wedge, 20 minutes 7-iron, 20 minutes 5-iron. So we're at 70 minutes, 20 minutes hybrid, and then driver. So we're looking at an hour and a half for a full range session. I know a lot of you guys don't have time for that, or you're playing golf afterwards, and that's totally okay. Just shrink those numbers down into appropriate numbers. But if you have a full day and you want to go out there and have a grind session, an hour and a half is a great amount of time. It almost might be, some would say, not enough if you actually want to get a legit range session in. Obviously, we don't want to kill ourselves and wear ourselves down. But if we're thinking max terms and thinking what a range session could turn into, it should be something we're using as a practice tool, not just to get loose, as a lot of you guys just kind of show up and get loose for the range just so we can make some better golf swings. Now we're not coming out just totally cold from your car, which is okay. But if you have some time in a day to have a range session, go out and experience it, but take your time, do it right, and spend the time needed to get that game where it needs to be. So now I have a 7-iron. I'm going to move this to a red flag down the way. It's just a little right of my target, but I still need to move it because my feet will be lined up there. I have my ball on the end. And we'll work on something that is also a practice tool. And just to show you guys, we're kind of running out of time here. Say I wanted to work on hitting a draw, okay? I think that I need to work on hitting a 5-yard draw. So I need to be able to hit that draw at that red target. So I'm going to put this lineman stick right in front of just to the right of my ball, okay? And perfect. Okay. So that ball is to the right of my target, and I want to try and hit it, start it right of that lineman stick, and then get left where my final target is. So I'm working on a specific kind of shot. When you go to the range, you should have something you're working on. If you're just going just to get some swings in, great. But if you have something like, okay, I really want to try and learn how to hit a shot, this is where you learn how to hit a shot at. So I'm trying to work on my 5-yard draws, my 10-yard draws, those little baby draws. So I got that lineman stick aimed up just right. I'm going to keep my lineman stick there because I don't want to change what my actual line is. My feet aren't going to represent that same line because I'm trying to hit a certain shot. I want to know my original line is, and it should be going just left of that blue stick, which it is. So I got my practice swing in. I'm going to try and swing that draw swing that I'm going to try and emulate. Okay. I got my draw swing down. I got my thought down. I'm going to try and get right to that pole to start, then work back towards the red flag. I didn't just draw it, I hooked it. I smother hooked it. So I did what I want to do in a sense, but not really because I just pulled it crazy. So I'm going to tone it down and not try and do too much. We'll go again. I'm going to try and change that practice swing because that first one obviously wasn't it. That was too much. I'm going to try and dial it back a tad. That was much better. I wish that was the first one. Great contact. Started right up this pole. This pole is so close, so it helps me see that ball start off on that right trajectory or right line of my target. And then it worked back just maybe a tad too much, but that probably 7 yards instead of 5. So I'm going to try and tackle that swing and keep that swing. I just found out what worked. So I'm going to try and keep that swing for these next few shots and keep that consistent. We'll do one more. Hopefully I can get 2 out of 3 for you guys of those little 5-10 yard draws. that one was a chunk. But that's how we want to work on hitting a little draw, a little fade, high ball, low ball, is put something out there to see where that ball's starting at. If we're trying to get our line off correctly, if we're having a hard time getting that ball down our initial line, go out there on the range and put 2 pins, 2 alignment sticks up, and start from about right here and work on getting that ball going between those field goal posts. It's like a field goal. A lot of ways we can use these alignment sticks for our benefit. I've just shown you kind of 3 ways that we could. And these are, I think, very, very useful tools if done correctly. I see too often than not them just kind of take up space in a golf bag, just hold a towel. We could use these for a lot of different things to help us with our golf game on the range. Okay, so now moving up, we're kind of running out of time. So we'll just move to the driver and just kind of think our driver thoughts. I'm going to still keep this line. Still keep that line. I got that red flag. And with the driver is kind of the most fun because I feel like with the driver, you're able to hit the most kind of shots because it's teed up for you. So it's easier to hit a shot you're trying to hit. So here with my driver, is we're all trying to hit that low little 5-yard draw. We're all trying to hit that high little 5-yard cut. This is where I work on my most shots with my driver on the range. And I'll try and end with just a few good swings. So we'll try and start the first one. We'll try and hit just a 5-yard cut, we'll say. So I'm trying to hit just a little 5-yard cut for the first shot. Awesome. Right down my line. Nice and smooth. Great contact. Probably a 3-yard cut instead of a 5, but kind of exactly what I wanted to do. So I'm happy with that. We're going to work on now I'm going to move to a different kind of shot. I want to hit a draw now. I just showed you a hook. And I want to just stick to a draw. I don't want to go too much. There's a little bit of a tree in the way, so I just want to draw it barely around that. I'm going to try and work on hitting just right at my target and then drawing back. So my cut was just left my target, cut back, and now my draw to just be right, and then come back, so almost make like a little heart almost. That's my goal. Awesome. So a little too much there, but still the same idea. The height I wanted, the contact I wanted. That was awesome contact. Just a little too much on the draw. So I know I probably try to put my hands a little too much, but dang near what I want to do. I'll probably hit 5 of those shots each. Just work on hitting those shape shots, and I'll spend the last of my moments on the range just working on hitting a nice high launching driver that I can control. Good speed, good tempo. If I have that narrow fairway, if I have that spot I need to hit, this is the swing I'm bringing out. This is what my control swing is. This is what I'm trying to do to be the most consistent out there. I think I did exactly what I wanted to do for the first time today in this video. I hit it in the air right over that red flag. The ball didn't even move an inch, and I'm happy. So that's the kind of shot that I can end on. I would love to end on, and that's after an hour to an hour and a half on the range if I'm doing it right. So I've just spent a long time telling you guys how I personally go through a range session. Everyone's going to have their own range session, their own way they go about it. The biggest thing I want you to take away is take your time. Take your time doing this. Don't go out there to just hit 20 balls and hopefully hit 5 good and then try and take those positive notes to the golf course. Get out here, carve out some time of your day if you actually want to get better, and spend that time on the range. It's necessary. It's needed. We want to see some kind of practice routine. So I want to see something that you can go to when you need it, to think about what we want to work on our swing. So keep a practice routine down, and also make sure we're using aids, or we're doing things that aren't just walk up, hit a ball, and then go. We're picking out targets. I didn't really touch on it. I did with the lineman stick, but every time I have a club, I'm picking out a target. If you're not even doing that on your range sessions, just the bare minimum of you finding something to aim at, then we have a lot to work on. If you're someone who is spending your time hitting 15, 20 balls with a lot of your incremental clubs, hitting targets and all that stuff, then this other things can just add and make your range session that much better. But if you're someone who just walks up to a range, has no target in mind, hits your driver first, then I think we have a lot to work on, and it's all positive stuff. We're not bashing on anyone for their range sessions, just ways we've seen, we know that can help you become a better practice player, which it means makes you a better golfer on the golf course, which we're all trying to do out here. So I thank you guys for tuning in. I know I rambled a lot today. Hopefully it wasn't too much. I had a blast out here. Great weather, great time to be golfing. Would love to see you and your families out here enjoying what Hillcrest is and what Hillcrest is all about during these hard times. On top of that, I hope everyone's staying happy and healthy first off and foremost. Besides that, let's tune in tomorrow for golf education at 12:30, and we will see you then.